My name's Ed Buckner. I'm the former president of American Atheist and now a board member. The booth is one of many, as you can see. The Reason Rally is a very popular thing, but the leader of the Reason Rally is also Dave Silverman, who was the leader and is the leader of American Atheist, and who is probably most famous for his billboards. I think you're going to get a picture of one of them later. The American Atheist Convention starts tomorrow, Sunday. We always start things on Sunday. No, that's not true, but we're doing it this time because it's an immediate follow-up to the Reason Rally. We have an amazing lineup of speakers both at the Reason Rally today and at the convention, which starts tomorrow. And we're the leading edge of the atheist movement in the U.S. We are the Marines, the landing party, the advance, the ones that unfortunately piss people off. Hey, we can't help it. But we're very proud of our atheism and proud to be Americans as well.
American Humanist Association is the national group for humanists in the United States. Humanism is a belief that you can be good without God. And we have local chapters around the country in almost every location. So if you're an American and you're interested in humanism, check out your local group.
Sure. The Center for Inquiry is a nonprofit organization that advocates for science, reason, and secular values, and it does that in a number of ways. It does that at the grassroots level, so it has outreach branches in Washington, D.C., New York City, Los Angeles, Michigan, Indianapolis, and some other places where it puts on events, puts on community events and intellectual events to try to inform people about the issues we care about and also connect skeptics and secularists who are looking for a sense of community, something a little bit more than just the intellectual component. But CFI also does think tank type stuff, publishes magazines, Free Inquiry and Skeptical Inquirer, has a podcast, Point of Inquiry, puts on intellectual academic conferences, puts out research papers, and then I'm responsible as the director of the Office of Public Policy for doing advocacy and political activism and lobbying in Capitol Hill, and also at the state level where we have local outreach branches. So essentially I talk to Congress members, I lobby governmental agencies to try to better reflect secular government rather than paying attention to religious dogma as a basis for public policy. So that's kind of a broad overview of what the organization does and what I do, at least in Washington.
Lauren Anderson Youngblood. I'm the communications manager. We represent 11 different secular organizations ranging from American Atheists to Secular Student Alliance to the Society for Humanistic Judaism. So we have a broad range of organizations that we represent. Well, we're set up here today to kind of spread the word about our organization, which is actually the only secular lobbying group that lobbies full-time. Actually, yesterday we hosted Lobby Day for Reason, which was an event on Capitol Hill. We had 280 secular Americans, secular and non-theistic Americans, register to come to the Hill and lobby their senators and representatives. We had meetings scheduled with over 160 Senate and representative staffs. Our constituent lobbyists met with the representatives and senators in order to encourage them to take us into account when they're speaking publicly, when they're making laws, to recognize that we are in their districts, that we are their constituents as well, that we vote, and that we too are important. And we also wanted to talk to them about discrimination in healthcare. So those were the two main things that we talked about.
My name is Liz Liddell, and I'm the Director of Campus Organizing at the Secular Student Alliance. The Secular Student Alliance is an umbrella network of over 350 secular student groups at high school and college campuses all over the United States. We provide support and resources to secular students, both individuals and groups. We're outreaching into alumni to help create a more secular future in America. We reach about 30,000 students. We don't count membership exactly, but we have 357 affiliated campus groups, and through those groups we reach about 30,000 students.
We give them a lot of support, training, project grants, just so they can become activists on campus, because there's so much enthusiasm on campus, and the students are the least religious demographic across America. The younger you are, the less likely you are to be religious, and that's a real promising sign of things to come. So the Secular Student Alliance makes it possible for them to form these communities and make a difference students, not just because they're atheists, but because they want to get involved and really make a difference. I'm the communications director with them, so I deal with the media, publicity, just trying to help them get in touch with their student papers, their local papers, because the more we can spread the word, the more minds we can change.
Oh, hi, I'm Dan Barker, co-president of the Freedom from Religion Foundation. Well, we do two things. We work to keep religion and government separate, which we do through legal action and through educational action. And we also work as the largest organization in the country of atheists and agnostics to educate the public about the views of non-believers. So like when we complain about a Ten Commandments monument on City Hall, for example, people say, well, what's wrong with the Ten Commandments? So we can say, well, a lot of us don't think they are such a good set of rules. So atheists, agnostics, secular humanists, we don't care what we call ourselves. We all just disbelieve in the same God, you know.
Hi, yeah, I'm Troy Boyle. I'm the president of the National Atheist Party, and we are a party devoted to the secular operation of politics in the United States. We're a constitutional party, which means that we do support the First Amendment rights of the separation of church and state. Currently, we have about 11,000 members in all 50 states, including Washington, D.C.
And you have candidates in the next elections?
Oh, I wish we could. We are currently a 527 organization, which is a political organization that can be active on issues only. But hopefully, as we grow in members and grow in donations, you will see some candidates from the National Atheist Party, perhaps by 2016 on the national level, and perhaps sooner than that on the regional level. At our website, www.usanap.org, you can see our platform, 18 positions that are near and dear to all U.S. voters. You'll be able to see our stance on those.
So what we do is we help atheists and humanists in the military. The military is well known to be, a right-leaning, Christian-centric organization, especially from the leadership ranks. There are a lot of atheists and humanists out there trying to serve the military, dealing with deployment stresses and combat stresses. And we're here as an international member network and with local affiliates that can provide community and support to atheists and humanists in the military. I'm Jason Torpy, president of the Military Association of Atheists and Freethinkers. A lot of what I do, in addition to local grassroots development, relates to reaching out to military leaders who have either done the wrong thing with sectarian prayer or promoting, Christianity or religion in general over non-theistic beliefs, or using their position to push their beliefs on others, or in a positive way, reaching out to say, there are personnel within your unit, atheists and humanists within your unit, and these are certain things that you can do to understand and advocate for them better. So we can provide materials and information and perspective and resources and encouragement to make sure that the military leaders are doing the right thing by everyone, not just people who have proper accepted religious beliefs.
Hi, my name is Brian Thompson, and I am the field coordinator with the James Randi Educational Foundation. We're a science education and advocacy nonprofit that operates all over the world. Our founder, James Randi, most people probably know who he is. He's a magician turned skeptic. He used his powers of magic to figure out how certain charlatans and scammers were pretending to have paranormal powers when actually they were using the same tricks of the trade that he knew as a magician. And that started decades ago. And about 15 years ago, he started the James Randi Educational Foundation. And we provide all sorts of educational materials. We've got educational modules for the classroom to teach kids the scientific method, get them thinking about how the world works, why the world works, and to teach them how to ask the right questions, and so they can get to the truth of natural reality.
I'm the executive director of Camp Quest. Camp Quest is a network of summer camps aimed at children from non-religious families. We have camps all over North America. We're expecting to run about 15 different locations this summer, and our camps are all about fun, friends, and free thought. So letting kids know that it's okay if their families don't believe in God. But we don't label the children with a worldview. We just want to give them a fun summer camp experience and a place to make some friends and learn some critical thinking skills.
I'm Nick Lee, the president of Atheist Alliance of America, and we're here at the Reason Rally. of which the Atheist Alliance is one of the sponsors. We've been working for several months to build this event and to draw the large number of crowd that you see here. We're very pleased to be part of this because we expect this to be a watershed moment for the movement in the United States. Atheist Alliance of America is an umbrella group of atheist affiliates throughout the United States. And we have no particular national program. We simply exist to help the local affiliates build their organization and their leadership in whatever way we can. And because we believe that building from the ground level up, a grassroots effort, is the way to build this movement. We need to get more visibility in local communities so that people don't look out of the corner of their eye when they see someone come by who says they are not a believer.
Yes, I am the CEO of Black Atheists of America. It is an organization dedicated to bridging the gap between atheism and the black community. Basically, it's a little bit harder for black atheists to come out because there's so much, the religiosity in the black community is so high. So I started this organization to bring black atheists together so that they can meet each other. We're also working on a program that's called Science Cubed, and it's a program where we donate supplies to schools in need to develop their science departments. Right now we've received great feedback from both the teachers and the students who have participated in the program, and we look forward to expanding our organization as a whole and also our Science Cubed program.
I was a Pentecostal minister for 25 years, born and raised in the South, deep-fried Southern Pentecostal, and over time discovered that I didn't believe, that I was a non-theist. Of course, by that time, I'm already married and already have a career, and my livelihood and my identity is wrapped up in being a minister. So my last message was April of last year, 2011. Then by October, I had begun to work my way out through the Clergy Project, sponsored by the Dawkins Foundation. And so once I came out in October, all hell broke loose. I lost my secular job in December, but in the meantime, I'd made connection with this organization called Recovering from Religion. And the purpose of that is local groups come together, people who have similar backgrounds that are still struggling with some of the issues. We're a transitional group. A lot of the other groups already in the atheist movement are already settled about what they believe and where they're going to go in their lives. We're taking people who haven't yet gotten that far. And so it may be just a table at Starbucks with 10 people sitting around it dealing with these recovering issues. Our contention is that everyone is still dealing with religion one way or the other. So that's Recovering from Religion.
It sounds a little bit like Alcoholics Anonymous or any stuff like that for addictions, but really what you are is about getting people a new life, really.
Yes, and some of the things that's a little different, sometimes we refer to AA so that people will understand what we're doing, but of course we have nothing to do with the supernatural. It's all about helping people leave the belief of anything supernatural. And the other thing is, in Alcoholics Anonymous, they say they're a recovering alcoholic for the rest of their life. We don't want people to stay with us forever. We want to help them, number one, make the connections they need to make with people like themselves. We want to help them get the local counseling that they need to deal with the issues. And then we want to fill their hearts and minds with the content that they need to learn and grow. And once they get there, then they're going to move on into the free thought movement all on their own, and they won't be recovering anymore.
I'm Deanna Joy Lyons.
I'm Rich Lyons.
Come laugh with me.
What we do is we help people recover from religion. One of the things, I was a pastor for 20 years, Pentecostal pastor, and when I came out of Christianity, it devastated me. My life was destroyed by the aftermath of it. And there was nothing at that time really out there to help people who were going through those kind of things. So 5 years, 8 years later, lots of therapy, treatment for PTSD. Now what we're doing is running a podcast that helps people recover. We talk about subjects like sexual issues that are the result of religious abuse. We talk about post-traumatic stress disorder, things like that, and we help people actually find ways to make their way in the world.
Yeah, we also talk a lot about anxiety, depression, social issues. You know, it's not just the big things that go wrong when you come out of a religious background. It's not just like going from Pentecostal to atheist. There's a lot of people that suffered a lot of crazy social expectations that when you come out of it, you go, wow, that was really extreme. So we interview experts, we talk to people about their stories. We have a lot of guests that are just friends of ours who have interesting stories about where they came from and how they became a non-believer. And the more people we talk to, the more we realize that we all need to share our stories and tell each other where we've been, because we're not the only ones that have been through what we've been through.
The most important thing that we talk about is it gets better. You can recover. There is life after Christianity. There's life after faith. And we put the emphasis on living. That's what we do. We're not just surviving. We're not just coping. There were times survival was all I could do. There were times that coping was awesome. That was better than just survival. But the real thing is today we're living after faith. I'm Rich Lyons.
I'm Deanna Joy Lyons.
Come laugh with us.